right, so we're beginning now. Welcome to session number 29, I think it is, of the Fever Swamp. We didn't play last week, so we'll probably need a good recap. Does anyone other than me remember what happened?
I do not.
We limped our way home. We arranged and bought transport for kids. We met some locals who still want to buy weird animal things from us. And it's becoming increasingly obvious we are eventually going to have to go to the Corps, as much as we really don't want to. We got a letter explaining that our holy contact was not going to help us, providing some more cryptic clues that don't really answer the question of what to do once we find the glowy death ball. Our plan, therefore, was to make for the Katobla Pass.
Yes.
And then to Grandfather Rod to ask him about stuff.
Yes. So, you were still in the village of Clink. As we ended last session, Filsticker, you had just thrown a gold piece at a cobbler to make you some new boots.
Well, it was Sloane's wife, but yeah, sure.
It wasn't actually how it went down, but yes, sure. It's not important. And as you are coming out of there, a female goblin voice calls to you. Filsticker, there you are. And she runs up. Eliwick runs up to you, and she has a box.
Oh, hello, Eliwick. What's in the box?
An arm.
Oh, who's that for? He nudges the phantom next to him with his phantom arm.
Well, I know you said you didn't want us to make you an arm, and I respect that, but I saw that you came back yesterday and you still don't have a new arm. So I just whipped you up something temporary. Just something to tide you over until your magic, works.
Right. No. Thank you. As Filster begins trying to imagine how he's going to put his shoes on with one hand anyway, and people must do it. People must do it because they do it, so... But I haven't done. I'll need to build a machine. Wait, no, I've got an arm here. He says, wait, no, I've got an arm here out loud as he jabs the box with his stump.
Mm-hmm. Eliwick,
Oh,
being a goblin, understands. And she says, now it's we could have made you a much nicer one, but I threw this together overnight when I saw you still didn't have one. Now go ahead and let me help you put it on.
Okay. Yes, he takes the sock off that was covering his stump and
Now
presents his vulnerable stump.
Yes, if I remember correctly, you blew it off at your elbow, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's what I remembered. So, so she takes out this brass clockwork sort of contraption, with hooks on the end, and a a handle on one side, and she begins attaching it to your elbow stump, with straps and things. It is not permanently attached.
Do the hooks go into me?
No, the hooks are where a hand should be.
Oh, okay. It's like a lot of hooks.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And she says, "Okay, so right now it's in the locked position, but if you flip this," and she twists the thing, and then she pulls the 3-pronged hook on the end out, and a length of cord follows behind it. And then she throws that up onto the roof of whatever nearby human dwelling she's disrespecting the authority of.
Careful, you might pull it down.
Maybe, but I don't think you're that heavy. But if you crank this here, you should be able to pull yourself up.
He begins cranking it.
And due to the magic of goblin technology, which is a type of magic,
He is drug up the side of this crappy house.
yes, as the mechanical advantage of whatever magic is in the gears allows you to do this.
The magic of gear differentials.
Yes. It is
Yes.
It is goblin
They-
magic.
The gears are all smaller than the hand crank, but it's okay. As Filstiker rises to the top of the dwelling
Mm-hmm.
and stands up.
I mean, given the technology level, gear differentials might as well be magic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, true.
We didn't figure out gear differentials until well into the Industrial Revolution, I'm pretty sure.
Yes. So she says.
I'm
So
sure I have some very specific example of some ancient person who figured it out one time and then no one else ever used it, so it was completely forgotten until like the 1800s.
Didn't the Ankathera mechanism use them?
Yes, but that's it wasn't used in any practical application. I guess that was a practical application.
I
but-
know, but large scale. I get what you mean. I'm just poking holes.
But yeah, I think it's like the joke I was making. We get the impression from the stuff that we've both watched that like maybe the clockwork technology that went into that kind of thing was fairly widespread, but I'm not sure because we never hear of anything other than that one device, which seems incredibly fancy. There must be a lot of archaeological shit we haven't seen.
Almost definitely. That's how archaeology do.
yes.
Indeed.
Anyway, so you have you now have a grappling hook arm. You can
Oh, thank you. This is wonderful.
yes. Well,
Now I'm going to use it to put my shoes on. Ah!
It should be helpful with that. I think the hooks will allow you to like interact with your environment in a limited capacity, and better than not having one at all. And yes, well,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you. I was going to have a witch put a different arm on me, but I found out that she was evil. This is a much better alternative. Look at that, my shoes are on. Well, one of them is on. And I'm on top of a house.
Well, you're very welcome, Filsticker. And Yes.
In return, I'm going to go save the swamp now. Goodbye. He says as he carefully climbs down the side of the house
Yes, unfortunately, the arm
and runs away.
does not have an easy means of letting you down.
Can't he like jump off the side of the house, put the arm beneath him, and then land on the arm?
I suppose. He'll then take falling damage.
The arm didn't work. Take it back.
It's not designed to stop you from falling. All right. Meanwhile, Kildrak has been spending time speaking with Kaladi, the dwarven merchant. How do you believe that would be progressing, Kildrak?
Probably fairly well, especially since he knows where to get some very strong alcohol.
Yes. So I definitely see that the two of you are probably sitting around drinking Jason's brew, and
Without a doubt, yes.
yes, and enjoying it despite the horrible effects it tends to have on humans. For
Well,
dwarves,
are made of sterner things.
yes, for dwarves, it's just fine.
Reminds them of home.
Mm-hmm.
And occasionally they actually see home because of the hallucinations.
Yes, but only occasionally, because they are
Yeah.
resistant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
but yeah.
Jason's nearby, but he's seeing home all the time.
Of course, home, I guess, for him is probably like the fairy realm or something.
Yes.
At this
Yes.
point.
Yes, he's off to the fairy realm right now. But you still got that cough.
Yeah, it's a lot better than it was.
Hmm.
But if I talk too much, that happens.
Hmm.
Great for a voice game, right?
All right, yeah. It's all right. We
fine.
understand.
Yeah, I'll be fine though. It genuinely has gotten much better. So, I just have a whole bunch of liquids nearby to drink.
All right. Well, Kaladi does tell you about after she's had a few drinks. She does tell you about her past and how she used to live in a mountain home not too far from here. When she was a young girl. Until one day a human entertainer, musician came, and being a foolish girl, she fell head over heels in love with him, and disobeyed her parents and ran away to the surface to marry this human musician, and everything worked out fine for like 30 years, and then he died. Because it turns out humans do that.
Short-lived things they are.
Yeah, he got sick and died. What? You're only like 60, what's wrong? And he's like, dead.
Old age.
Yeah.
Dwarves are born old and they stay that way, damn it.
Yes. Yeah. Now, of course, that was decades ago now, and she's been doing her merchant business ever since. Because having, run off and married a human does not do very well for her social standing among other among her clan. So she can't go home. And that's why she's turned to the merchant life.
Well, I suppose you're in light company at least.
From one dwarf without a home to another. It's not always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everything's too tall here.
It's too tall and too wet.
And too bright.
They really need to, fix all of that.
Yeah.
But instead, since I don't have any money and no clan to go back to, here I am wandering around the swamp and constantly falling in water. Which wreaks havoc on the beard.
I imagine so.
And on the rest of the body too, frankly.
Yeah, but the beard's what matters.
Really. I imagine that Bort makes the cardinal sin of keeping his beard very short.
It just should.
Bort doesn't.
Yeah.
Bort never had a clan, so he doesn't know better.
It just indicates that he is a dwarf of low status. Although his name indicates that he is a dwarven child, so that's to be expected. Yes. But, yeah. Should Kaladi discover that, Kildrak is a musician and a storyteller and a entertainer in general,
I don't think that's I don't think it's possible for someone to interact with Kildrak for more than about 10 minutes without figuring that out.
Yes. Yes. She is rather interested in that aspect of him. And definitely will, as they continue drinking, playing a game of, do you know this song? Do you know that story? It goes a little something like this.
Yeah, and as just an aside, I have this image in my mind that, for whatever reason, the mountain home that Kildrak is from primarily has a musical style of heavy metal.
Yes. Yes, that's.
But yeah, definitely. I mean,
her clan was more into classic rock, but but she appreciates the metal all the same.
Of course. But yeah, so I mean, truly, as much as I have a hard time showing it, Kildrak, I mean, he pretty much, everything about him and why he left his clan and all of that stuff is rooted in all of his music and his storytelling. So,
yes. So I
that
think
definitely is, that definitely comes out, and he definitely happily goes into all of the stories that he knows.
So I think it's safe to say that that they hit it off and have a good first meeting.
Yeah.
So yes. How's everyone else? Anything else anyone wants to do or anyone wants to talk to before heading out into the swamp?
Ixos should probably replace the javelins she keeps throwing, and I keep forgetting to buy more of. But other than that, not really.
Yes. Can I convince this messenger to take Drip with him?
I don't normally deliver children. Where's he going?
Oh, just with you. Eventually, the capital, if possible.
Well, as long as I don't mind if he tags along, but like,
He should be no trouble at all.
Probably mostly a matter of bringing enough food with him.
yeah. Does he have like money for food?
Oh yes, we purchased him some equipment as well.
He looks over Drip. Drip's there and is holding his shiny new axe that he got from Bort, and all of his adventuring gear, and his fancy hat from Lucas. Is sporting a big dopey smile. And the messenger just kind of goes, "All right, come on, kid."
Thank you. Good luck, Drip. It's unlikely you and I will meet again, but
Thank you.
be well in the capital. Learn what you can.
Thank you for everything, Mr. Lucas. I do hope that we do meet again.
As do I. I'd be curious what you think of the Empire, having seen it from outside.
He comes back to you. It's the worst ever.
Worst. Why does anyone ever live like this? There are too many people.
I'm gonna eat you with my
all-
praying mantis claws.
It's all dirty, and everyone throws rocks at me. And then he says, while he's eating you with his claws.
In any event, Drip, pleasant journeys. Be sure to ask after the Temple of Primus. Learn everything that you can about him. He's very important to us.
I will. And good luck to you guys, and don't look at any more drowning spirits.
Oh, we probably will.
We almost definitely will. They're cursed.
They're just so beautiful.
I thought the whole point was to look at them.
Yeah. Goodbye, and yeah. Drip waves farewell and rushes off to follow the messenger. And they start heading north. So, yeah. So, all right.
So, have we, while I wasn't learning, or wasn't watching, learned how to navigate the swamp properly? No. Okay.
No.
Mm-mm.
Learning how to navigate the swamp? Who do you think we are, miracle workers?
Well, we know that the sun is over there, and we want to go over there, but sometimes the sun moves when it gets later, I think. So we get turned around sometimes. It's hard. Ah, shit, I can't see the sun.
Fine, you have a map to the first text anyway.
Yeah, Lucas has job security.
Mm-hmm.
So is Ixa gonna be the one to navigate since it's raining?
Seems about right.
That would make sense.
Then I can forage.
Got a course laid in for our counterclockwise swamp expedition.
All right. So, so going not through Gump's Hollow, but through the hex south of that.
I mean, we could go through Gump's Hollow if people want. I have no special attachment to one way or the other.
I was just asking to confirm.
Well, I would say through Gumps Hollow, if only because of the fact that it's surrounded by plains, so we get that nice advantage where if we happen to get lost, we might know right away.
Right.
Oh, when while we were traveling, Silas found some swamp catfish, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think are just normal catfish in retrospect, so I don't know why I needed to specify. But
But at least it was big enough to feed the party. Okay. So, you're heading at a normal pace? Or are you double timing it to get to, Mama's Healing House today?
I believe we don't intend to double time it until we have an emergency or a ranger in the party.
Okay.
that would be a good policy, I think.
Just so that you are aware, the cost of double timing it is that you have disadvantage on perception checks, meaning that you're more likely to be surprised by an encounter. But it doesn't make your navigation check any harder. But if,
So our navigation check is the same whether we go 1 or 2 hexes, is what you're saying?
yes. So I don't know if that was since you mentioned having a ranger, if that was part of your concern.
It was. We should probably just make for Mama's then.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, I would be fine with that.
Okay. So, Two Mamas via Gumps Hollow. The journey is a calm one. While you're passing through Gumps Hollow, you see that there are citizens of Clink out and about, fishing and having a successful time of it. They wave at you as you go by, and everything seems to be fine here now. As you approach Mama's house by that afternoon, if the corpse pile were where you last spotted it, down just south of Mama's, you would expect to be able to see it by now, but you can't. So you know it is not there presently, nor anywhere you can see from here. As you approach Mama's house, you first find some distance away her sons, Ralk and Droog, out checking their nets for fish or gator that they may have snagged. They wave at you and welcome you back. Alright, you guys.
I actually have a question for the rest of the party because I forget why were we going to Mama's again? Now that we know she's
Just on
evil?
our way.
Oh, okay, we're just passing by. Okay.
Yep.
We know it's safe.
Safe is the wrong word. It just happens to be on an avenue of our map. We haven't got the hex south of it mapped, and it seems to typically have a corpse pile in it. So,
And she
she's just
doesn't
on a
know
major
that.
route.
And she probably doesn't know that we know yet.
I think she probably does know that we know, but whether she's told these two is another question. Lucas will call out. Good afternoon! Just passing through the area today, I'm afraid. Something of a hurry.
Are you not gonna come over for dinner?
No. Perhaps next time.
Oh, okay. You guys have a good one then.
You as well.
Having a good day. And they go back to fishing. So you plan to set camp somewhere else in the swamp, or somewhere else in that hex, but not at
Yeah.
not on Mama's
Ideally.
Island.
That would be ideal, yeah.
Okay. So you set camp. And the night passes peacefully. Oh. Let's see if you all get sick. You don't. Alright. The morning comes. It's as rainy and dreadful as the day before.
How dreadful.
Yes.
It could be
Alrighty.
worse.
Row hard for the ancient battlefield today.
Very good. Somebody give me your navigation check. You have advantage because it's mapped.
It kind of sucked anyway.
Yeah, it did.
What's the threshold for success here?
15. So let's see. You're gonna end up in it's 3 hexes. All right. So Ixa takes you off trail. And you see a sighting of the corpse pile to your southeast, brains, to your southeast. And as you are passing through, as you were passing through and trying to right your course, you see, actually, Silas, Kildrak, give me perception checks with disadvantage.
Oh no. Alright.
That's a little concerning. Hmm.
Okay, so Kildrak, you see him pretty early, so, yeah. Kildrak, you see up ahead of the party, on an island about 80 feet across some water. Silas, you don't see this. But Kildrak, you see, and can alert the party, on this little island about 70, 80 feet away from you, there's a raft, with, boxes and barrels of loot piled up on it. I shouldn't have said loot. Pretend I didn't say loot. Boxes and barrels of supplies. And
It's not loot yet.
right, and mulling around on the island are numerous zombies. Looks like six humanoid zombies and one zombified dog of some canine.
Okay.
They are relatively fresh. I said flesh. Fresh by the standards of the swamp. And many of them are wearing modern-style Nilfenbergian clothing.
Kildrak is gonna notify the party and say, "Hey, do we want to get a new boat for our little flotilla?"
I don't know about a new boat, but we should certainly put these people to rest. We could do to
Oh.
top up some of our other supplies. Unfortunately, I think all of us forgot to buy candy while we were in the store, but that aside...
Shit!
We gotta
if
go
they
back.
If they have fresh water, that buys us more time in the swamp.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moving you over to the battle map. So, this is what you see. Your boats are over here. As you see the corpses shambling around on the island. They haven't seemed to notice you yet. And there is a raft with a bunch of stuff piled on it.
I guess we should, like, roll for initiative, since I think we could actually attack these zombies from out here.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, we'll have to organize ourselves into a broadside and just let loose with all our various ranged things, because I think everyone has some sort of option for that.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Yeah. Need to check what my short bow's range
Oh, wow.
is.
Hmm.
80, 320. Okay. Oh, initiative, right? Ah, crap! I forgot to.
Select your token.
Yeah. Sorry.
It is weird that it doesn't just assume it's your character. I guess you could own multiple ones, but like
Yeah.
that. Well, never mind. I won't say it probably rare for a player, but definitely not unheard of, especially for like D&D style games or older school ones.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's also assuming some weird scenarios, like where you might have more than one battle map.
Mm.
Casby, do you want me to reroll or do you want to?
I'll add you.
I got a 6.
All right.
Thanks.
Right. We need
Zombie
Ixa.
roll -1.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
They have a minus. The zombies have a -2 dexterity, so and they rolled a 1. So that's how the initiative falls.
There we go. It took me a minute to find her on the map.
Sorry. If I could determine how the your initial view of the map is, I would. But okay. So Silas, you destroyed the initiative.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna do about it?
Yep. Silas pulls up his musket, I think kneeling down and resting it on the side of the canoe,
Mm-hmm.
and takes aim at, let me see, probably the crippled zombie warrior, the one that's just right in front.
Okay. Yeah, you've got advantage because they are surprised.
Cool.
Their ability to perceive is pretty bad. All right, it's definitely a hit.
Oh, absolutely.
Van, you shot a zombie. You know from experience that they are notoriously hard to put down, though.
Yes, but it's a good start.
Yes. Ixa, what you got?
Let's see. I think Ixa will just try throwing a javelin at the same zombie, hopefully to finish it off.
Okay.
This should be long range, I believe.
Yeah, so
100
you're
feet or
the
so.
disadvantage for long range.
Which I think they hits
But
anyway.
advantage because it's yeah. There you go. All right.
Yeah,
Unfortunately, 3 does not finish it off.
I figured.
You hit it. Lucas, you are
Lucas
in
is
the
going-
undead canoe.
He's got a reasonable shot on the same zombie, by the look of it, with his firebolt.
Sure. Go for it then.
Yay, Alpha Strike tactics. Oh. Awesome.
So 2 damage.
All right. Well, that is some damage.
Oh, well, didn't you have advantage? Because it's still
Oh.
surprise.
Yes, he did. So
Then 11 damage.
okay. So 11 damage. That puts it to 0 hit points, triggering its undead fortitude.
No, I believe crits ignore that.
Oh, you're right. Unless the damage
wow.
is radiant or from a critical hit. You're right.
Headshot.
Yes. So you headshot the crippled zombie warrior with a fireball bolt, showing the party how it's done. And the crippled zombie warrior falls over, his head now just a burning pit of flame.
Lucas stands up a bit in the canoe, trying to see over to actually see the hit he scored, as if he couldn't quite make out what he was shooting at. He'll ask Killdrag, did it hit?
And it is killed.
You messed it up real good.
Splendid.
So Kildrak, it is your turn now.
I'm gonna chuck a javelin at it.
At which one?
Actually, I think that cleric is behind stuff.
Yeah, he would have at least some partial cover from the barrels.
Then he's gonna throw it at that bard with bagpipes because I assume that it's not playing properly.
It is not.
Yeah, so that's gotta stop.
Mhm.
Probably doesn't though.
All right, because yeah,
Disadvantage.
no, a 14. First of all, a 10 actually would hit.
Oh Jesus!
Because these are zombies. They're very easy to hit. But also they're still surprised because we're still in that first round. So
Oh okay.
you had a 14,
Okay.
and they only got 8 AC.
Hold on.
You pierce it through the bagpipe bag, deflating it.
Learn to play.
And then the javelin goes through, pinning the bagpipe bag to the zombie's flesh. And Bort, what are you gonna do, Bort?
I'm gonna shoot with my heavy crossbow, and I'm glad I don't have disadvantage.
Yes.
I probably should have specified which one. I'm also going to shoot the zombie bar with bagpipes.
Okay.
Just try and eliminate one of these things
That makes sense.
before it even has a chance. 9, not bad.
Yep. You strike it and you take off with one of its arms, but it's still standing. Filsticker and Spilkter.
Okay. I am too far away to hex. Whatever. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That zombie smells like a sorceress.
Mm-hmm. Crit.
He said. Oh, I have advantage? Oh, shit.
Yeah. Enjoy it. This is the last time you'll have advantage for a long time. Probably, maybe.
Oh,
So,
Okay.
damage.
Purple off. 11.
11 damage. That's the toughest damn sorceress you've ever seen. The zombies stop being surprised. Silas, it's your turn. But you no longer have advantage to shoot them.
Yes, but he'll do so anyway. Quickly going through the reloading process in a way that's far more efficient than it probably should be. But I
Yes.
suppose he's had time to get used to it by now. I mean, 6 seconds, that must be like a trained Nothenberg musketeer.
Mm-hmm. Well, you have martial weapon training, so somehow that applies.
I mean, when you're a hermit out in the middle of nowhere, you have a lot of time on your hands to practice weapons and such.
Anyway, so it looks like you hit. Which one were you aiming at?
Oh, sorry, I should have said, yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like it's only fair now if I, like, randomly decide, because I don't want to do it retroactively because I rolled without thinking, so, I'll roll a 1d3 from, like, the top down, so 1 is a cleric, 2 sorceress, 3 is the bagpipe one. Alright, so the cleric.
Okay. You shoot the undead priest of Primus.
Oh no. Or maybe yes, I don't know if that might be the good decision. I mean, spiritually.
Yes, yes.
I'm sure that Primus does not appreciate one of his followers being a fucking zombie.
Primus would be against this, and for stopping the zombie. Ixa, it is your turn.
I throw a javelin at the sorceress.
Okay.
Pretty sure that hits.
It does.
5 damage.
Indeed. Your javelin strikes the sorceress, embedding itself into her. Lucas.
Alright, Lucas will spin his walking stick around, forming a ball of fire in it, and sort of club it out of the air, like his walking stick was a giant croquet mallet towards the zombie cleric.
Okay.
The only one he can target.
I'm afraid a 7 doesn't cut it.
Nope. Splosh. Bit of a slice.
Let's see. 6 damage. Oh, you know what? It's raining. Never mind. It's fine. You hit the stuff, but fortunately, it's wet wood, so. This has been raining for 2 days. Gildrak.
Kildrak is still angry at the terrible bagpipes. And his anger succeeds, I guess.
Apparently so. Okay, that puts the him to 0. So now he does need to roll Undead Fortitude because he was not hit with a crit. He needs a 10 on this or better to survive. Yeah, 5 plus damage taken. Alright. He lives.
Damn.
No, he doesn't live, but he is continuing to be undead. He's continuing to not be dead.
Zombies are frustrating.
Yes. Bort.
Bort is going to. Is the zombie bar with bagpipes still up?
Yes, he made his save against death.
Huh. I'm gonna hit the zombie sorceress anyway. It looks like it needs a little bit more encouragement.
Okay.
Someone with a less damaging weapon can finish off the zombie bar with bagpipes. Does a 9 hit?
Yes.
Damn.
I have an 8 AC.
That's 6 piercing.
All right. Yeah. You take another chunk out of the sorceress. Philsticker.
Alright. I'm gonna move my boat.
Okay. You gonna like move it onto that island?
He doesn't have a lot of space to move, you see. So he's just wedging it into that area of water as best he can.
Okay.
Okay.
The zombies on their turn dash forward. Coming after your delicious meats. The zombie hound seems to move much faster than the rest.
It's got the most legs.
Yes. And Silas, we're back to you. The zombies are coming.
Alright, let me see. About how far did it move? Alright, yeah, so setting down the musket, Silas picks up his pike and braces it to receive the charge from the zombie hound. Assuming it's gonna run at him, or just attacking it if it runs a kill track.
Sure. Ixa?
One more try to kill the sorceress with the javelin.
Okay. Hit.
5 damage.
You drop her to 0 if, or you kill her if she fails her fortitude roll. She does not fail her fortitude roll, so she stays at 1 hit point.
Great.
Lucas.
All right. Sensing that he is going to need to take some time to work on his backswing, Lucas switches over to his crossbow and fires at the zombie sorceress.
Okay. That's a good hit. Is it good enough? It is. You strike her. You strike her in the zombified heart, and she falls backwards into the swamp water, disappearing from view.
All right, Lucas will load up another bolt.
Kildrak.
Let's see. 40, 50. So I can... actually use... Yeah, I can use my short bow without disadvantage. That's exciting.
Is that the preferable weapon for you?
The javelin has a slightly higher attack bonus.
Mm-hmm. Oh, but you're
this-
still in,
Yeah,
yeah, you're still in
I'm not quite close
disadvantage range.
enough.
Alright.
so it's not so much that it's preferable, but
Mhm.
it's more likely to hit.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go on ahead and see if I can manage to do just enough damage to drop that zombie bard, since it's weakening.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that.
That makes sense to me. And you do. 8 is
Okay.
enough.
Well, hopefully 4 is
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah. It needs to roll a 9 or less. Or sorry, it needs to roll less than 9.
Nope.
Nope. I'm afraid that a 19, it just takes your arrow and does not even slow down. It's got a new arrow in its guts. It doesn't care. Bort?
I'm gonna shoot the zombie hound.
Okay.
That fucker seems a little fast for my taste.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
I'm afraid you miss. 7 misses. Phil Sticker.
Alright, time to shoot more Eldritch Blast.
What are you shooting at?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's important.
Mm-hmm.
How
But
about that
also-
hound?
Okay.
You should also
No, it's
consider,
not.
before you do that.
Oh, yeah, that's right, I have spells.
Yeah, you should. You get them back at the end of every hour, so you may as well.
Or rather, oh yeah, that's why I moved.
It's like session 29, and you have to be told that something besides Eldritch Blast exists.
Whatever.
He's a warlock.
Hex!
All right.
Yeah.
You're hexing the
Hex that
hound.
zombie hound.
Okay.
Yeah, fuck him.
Which ability are you hexing in a way that that probably won't matter?
Strength!
This is the objectively correct answer.
Alright, and then Eldritch Blasts come for its, body.
Okay. 15 hits.
Alright.
It's alright, you do 8 force damage.
I do, and then additional, necrotic damage that, on the zombie.
You rot off some of its flesh.
How's that?
They're immune to poison, but they're not immune to necrotic.
Yeah, they kind of changed
okay.
how they envision necrotic for this. It's not just
Mhm.
zombie animating energy anymore. It's like it works on most objects. It ages and decays things.
Mhm.
So you absolutely can fire it at the majority of undead. It's a good damage type.
Mhm.
Which, I mean, it makes sense. Like, the whole concept of undead is that it's not being necrotic.
Also, like, we had this situation where, behold, I am a powerful necromancer. My one weakness, I am powerless over the undead.
Mhm.
Hey.
All right. So the zombie's turn. The zombie hound is going to run. It's going to get close enough to Silas to trigger your weight as it runs along the shore before it goes to rip out Filsticker's throat.
Oh, cool. Alright. Good. Yes, so Silas tries to stab it now that I'm done drawing mushrooms on it.
Hit. All right. So the zombie hound gets impaled by Silas in the middle of its move, and changes its target to Silas. This is probably for your benefit, so you know. And it crits him.
Oh god. I've been having really bad luck about this lately.
Thanks, Silas.
8 damage.
That's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It's a zombie dog. It's a lot less terrifying than a giant crocodile.
Yeah.
Alright. The other zombies move forward as fast as they can, which is not very fast. Can't forget about the barbarian. Okay. And we're back to the top. Silas, there's a zombie dog chewing on your leg. Or something.
Yep. Yeah. He, I guess lifts the pike and tries to, smack it with the blunt end of it.
Alright. Give me an attack roll. That hits. Alright. That's enough to maybe kill it.
Mm-hmm.
That is enough to kill it. Please describe how you have killed the zombie dog.
Yes, he I think it's like scrabbling up onto the side of the canoe with its claws like digging into the wood or whatever, and he lifts up the end of the pike and just kind of bashes it into the dog's skull, and it slips off into the water.
Yep. It's like its upper legs or its like back legs are on the shore, and the top half is just like into the water and oozing out zombie ooze. Ixa.
Okay, Ixa is not particularly great at doing damage at range, and I'm not sure I want to get her in the water. So I think she's going to try to finish off the bard with another javelin.
Okay. Give me a roll. Hits. Give me damage.
Or damage.
I'm afraid that as you just keep pin cushioning the zombie bard, he just will not die. The bad bagpipe playing music sustains him.
Well, Lucas is gonna try as well. Let's get another pin in that cushion.
Okay. Well, you succeed.
4 damage.
Alright, well, if he keeps making these checks, eventually he'll fail. But not today.
Christ.
So the zombie bar just looks like a pin cushion with all these arrows and javelins just like sticking out of his guts. And he's still coming to give Kildrak a hug.
One of these days, we're gonna finish you off, you bastard.
And it might be right now, because it is your turn.
Just far enough away.
You can always insult him to death.
Can try. 1d4 of damage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you literally only need 1 damage.
Yeah, but
To trigger
more
the thing.
right, but more damage means a harder check for him. The DC of Undead Fortitude is 5 plus his damage taken in that blow.
Yeah, so at that point, the highest DC would be 9 and get a +3. So no, I'm gonna... Man...
But also disadvantage for when he attacks you on his turn.
I mean, I'd rather it be dead.
That's true. That's true. So, maybe, throw a javelin directly into his brain.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Or try to do. I was just checking to see if there was anything more clever.
Okay. Well, that's a much more that hit's much more likely to kill him.
Hey!
And when he rolls a 1, that'll do it. So yeah, I think we all know what happens. Kildrak just hurls a javelin directly into his brain, forcibly implanting the information of how to play bagpipes, until his the brains fall out the back, and he falls over, slain. And that's how you play the bagpipes. Bort.
All right. I'll shoot the zombie cleric, I guess. Try and eliminate that problem.
Sounds good.
16.
You hit.
8 damage.
All right. You wound it, but it continues to have hit points left.
Tough motherfuckers.
Yeah. Bill Sticker.
Alright. I hate Primus. I'll shoot at that cleric. After I transfer the hex to him, of course.
Of course.
He's now hexed.
Ah, hexed.
All right. Well, that's probably enough to let's see. Yeah. Oops. I rolled a critical success. Let's see.
Oops, a daisy.
I know. Well, let's see. So 5 plus 5. Yeah, the DC was 22. I got a 23.
Cox. Guys, I'm back. I'm alive again.
I'm afraid
Oh, no,
not.
I'm standing in the swamp water. Ah, I've got zombie disease.
I'm afraid not. But yes. Zombie's turn.
Its insistence on its existence is a bit too persistent.
So the zombie cleric comes in and swings a holy mace at Silas, trying to smash the love of Primus into him.
Smashing.
That was a typo. That was supposed to be +3. Didn't make a difference. Because I know your AC's higher than that. And the strange zombie wearing black leather and who thinks he's real cool.
Wait, why did he have disadvantage again?
The
cleric?
He didn't.
Oh, was that a separate one? Alright. I saw the, I came back, I tabbed back as he said it, and I saw the 20, and I'm like, oh god.
That was the Undead Fortitude roll to not die after Phil Sticker's massive attack.
Oh,
It needed a 22.
Wow.
And it rolled that. Okay, so then the zombie in black leather with the two knives, who thinks he's real cool, tries to stab Kildrak with his knives.
He does.
Cool.
No.
Oh, he tickles me. Okay.
Yes.
These are love stabs. Yes.
And yeah, so that's the zombies. Silas, there's a mess of zombies in front of you.
Yeah.
You're surrounded. You can attack in all directions. Perfect.
Yeah. No, he's just gonna try and stab the cleric back.
This makes sense.
I was debating whether to rage, but I absolutely can't not have that when we go and fight the Catopophasts, so...
I'm afraid that misses. Ixa, there's a mess of zombies in the front of your boat.
Yeah, I'm debating on using Channel Divinity to gain the extra radiant damage or the magic damage, but I don't know that we'll get a short rest after this before we get in combat again, so I'm not sure I want to do that.
You
I'm not
should
sure she can...
you should know that you typically get a short rest, every night.
Yeah. I guess that's guaranteed enough. Yeah, okay, so I'll use Channel Divinity then, which for a minute will grant my charisma bonus to attack damage, and her weapon will now count as magical.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that's all she can do this turn.
Okay. Lucas.
Alright, Lucas is going to shift up canoe and rotate it a bit. Using its undead walking powers,
Mm-hmm.
that he has a clean shot at the zombie cleric.
Cool. Hit. That is a re-dead cleric.
Primus be praised.
Yes. They fall over and in its death throes, it grips onto its golden holy symbol. And then ceases to move. And Kildrak.
Oh no, maybe we were wrong all along.
Well, since that thief started a tickle party, I guess I'll return the favor
All right.
with my battle axe.
Okay. That's a hit. Oh, you hit too hard, Kildrak.
We all
You're-
make mistakes.
You hurt him that time.
Wants to roll another fucking crit.
Bort, it's your turn.
Oh boy. Right. I'm gonna actually move up and maul the Zombarian.
You maul him.
11.
You maul him pretty good. All right. Billsticker.
Okay, hex the thief.
Okay. Next.
I walk up to the front of the boat where I can see him.
You still don't have like a clear shot.
Right there.
Uh,
There, I can see between Bort and Silas, right?
yeah, I'm giving him a +2 AC.
Shit! Okay,
His AC is shitty anyway.
well, maybe if my damage is high enough, it'll go through Bort and hit it anyway.
No, Bort's the hardest one to get.
Bort's fucking invincible down here.
You miss because Bort moves his maul in the way, and you can't get a clear shot.
Oh, I'm
God
sorry.
damn it, Bort! Bort, fucking Bort.
If you had just like run over here or something.
I don't think I can stand on that algae.
Yes, you can.
Oh, okay. Maybe next time. When they've all succeeded at their not die checks.
Right. Okay. So, the thief tries to stab Kildrak. He does. For another 2 damage.
Okay. That's fine.
The Zombarian, brings his, Brings his axe around to try and kill Bort. Does a 17 hit Bort?
No.
He does not kill Bort then. Silas.
Yep. Yeah,
Oh,
just gonna
the
also
Zombarian rages. Yes.
I was also gonna go for the zombie barbarian.
Yes. As this zombie is like attacking with Bort with such deranged ferocity, Silas detects that he might be doing something not entirely unlike a barbarian rage. But you hit him.
Good.
Ixa.
Okay, I can't see the health bar of the thief, but it's not as badly injured as the barbarian, right?
This is correct. He's at about 50%.
Okay.
He's actually at exactly 50%.
I don't guess it really matters that much when she attacks, but okay, yeah, I don't get bonus damage from that, just the attack. So in that case, she will just try to finish on the barbarian. She hits and does 4 magic damage, which I don't know if that helps against undead specifically. It's not radiant damage, I don't think.
Right, it's not radiant damage. So, I have to check a thing. If make a difference in whether or not it dies. Or maybe dies. Okay. Yes. It resists dying. But you hit it. Lucas.
Alright. Lucas is going to step to the other boat
Okay.
and come around to about here so that he has a reasonable shot at zombie thief.
Okay.
Which he misses.
Yes. Gildrak.
I'm gonna smack her on the thief a bit more.
Okay.
Actually, wait, that barbarian is pretty low. Nah, he's got people on him. Yeah, the thief.
Okay. Smack him around.
Another 11.
Alright. He had 11 hit points left, so he needs to make a save. Unfortunately, he needed a 16. He got a 17. But he is at 1 hit point now. You cut off one of his hands with one of his knives, but now he feels extra cool because he had 2 all along. He was prepared. Bort.
I gonna eliminate that zombie barbarian via maul. Or not.
No, you're not.
Well, that's embarrassing.
Fellsticker.
Alright!
Show these guys how it's done.
Yeah, we'll see. Alright, Philstick moves over here.
Alright.
Gonna shoot at that asshole barbarian.
Okay.
I hate you, barbarian.
You hit. And you kill him.
Alright, so that's 17. Okay.
All right. The zombie barbarian goes down. Put an X on because he is a
Purple.
he's an initiative load bearing barbarian.
Don't want the game to collapse.
Yes. So the thief attacks Gilderock again. Does a 13 hit. Don't think it does. But I think Gilderock stepped away to
Sorry,
put
yep,
things in the fire.
Figured that everyone's turns would take a little bit longer than that. Sorry.
Okay. And it misses. Okay. So Silas.
And having a reach weapon, Silas is going to attack the thief.
Okay.
Stab, stab, stab. Oh, yay.
You do it. You do it all the way. The zombies are slain as Silas drives his pike into the brains of the thief and swirls it around. And it falls. The tyranny of initiative is ended. And these Nilfenbergians have been put to rest.
Well, there's a bit more work for that. We'll want to fish them out of the swamp, dry them out, burn them. We'll see to it the holy symbol gets returned. Well, we can probably safely sell this one. It's not stolen church property. Maybe there'll be something to identify who they are, but before we put too much work into that, does anyone need a potion?
I got scratched a little.
Alright, one of you should have the potion. It's just a question of which.
I'm missing 4 HP, so if someone else is missing more,
Yeah, I was missing 8, so I can take it.
Alright.
you take it.
Silas takes the potion and is restored to Oh, wait. No, that's not how that works. How much was the, How much did it... 7. Alright, thank you. He's restored almost to complete health. Just slightly less than perfect condition.
Well, with that in mind, let's... Bodies out. Examine the raft. See if we can figure out what happened. Guess we'll get back on the undead canoe and wait for the log jam to clear so you can get over there.
Alright. Might as well roll perception, I guess, to see if there's anything tucked away that might be especially valuable.
Yes.
Traditionally investigation, but
Yeah.
Or investigation. I guess investigation would make sense too. Probably more sense, really.
Yes, so somebody can... Okay, so Lucas, so Lucas, you were investigating to determine, what happened to these people. Yes?
well, who they were primarily. We can guess what happened, but if we can
Okay.
find further confirmation, that would be good.
Yes. You do find a thing, which, oh no, I thought I had made a handout for, but it turns out might not have.
I hate when I get...
But the short so I had a letter, but I don't know where it is. So or maybe I only thought I did. But you find a letter with instructions for these individuals. They They were an adventuring party, and they were en route to the the lost monastery.
All right.
Is that what I'd called it?
Something like that.
Yeah,
Why don't we
lost.
flip back over to the map?
Yeah.
Um,
So
I'll need the.
So they were hired by a bishop to recover the remains of a saint who was interred in the lost monastery. And they were being promised 8,000 gold if they could successfully recover the saint's remains intact.
We should consider making a detour to collect this ourselves. It would help to fund our expedition somewhat, and it would be good to return the bones of the saint.
Saintly.
Why did they build a monastery? Whatever.
Probably a long time ago before this was a fucking swamp.
Oh, I found part of what I had written before, so you can record it for your notes. It is the body of Saint Alphonse, in the Lost Monastery. Reward of 800 platinum pieces for the delivery of his body intact to Bishop Conrad of the city of Stein.
How distant is the city of Stein?
I do not know, because I haven't put it on the map yet.
It's on the moon.
Probably week and a half, 2 weeks. Depending on the pacing and things, but if the roads are fair, and you have good weather.
Well, we'll just have to send him a letter, and he can send like another team to go pick it up.
We're never leaving the swamp, you know.
One day you're
I'm
leaving.
sorry, KSV. No, we'll stay forever.
One day you're leaving the swamp.
Well, it
I'll
has
have
to
to
be. I
bury
think.
them all here.
I don't know. I mean, we can go if you guys want to, but do you really think we should until we've fixed things?
No, we definitely shouldn't go. I'm just joking to KSV because I know he's really excited to show the rest of the world.
Yes, but you should probably finish the Urcorpse first.
Let's go into the Air Corps so that I can, like, collapse the entrance and kill the rest of you, and then just not leave the swamp.
Well, that just
Well,
wastes a lot of
setting
time.
aside that was the worst sales pitch I've ever heard. Surely even you want to kill the Catopla Pass first.
After we do that, yes. We're going there first, so, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes. But okay. So, in addition to that, you also find that they were killed with most of their supplies still intact. So there's basically a barrel of food and a barrel of water, like at 3/4 full.
Let's just load it up then.
Yeah. I'll copy one of the ones that you have. Put it in
Not to mention a gold holy symbol.
All right. So there you go. Free barrel of food and barrel of drink.
Did I find anything of note?
Oh yes, you were looking for other
Value.
things of value. Yes. Well, you find a mace. You find 2 daggers. You find a battle axe. You find a long sword.
Anything else?
Longbow.
A gold holy
20
symbol of
arrows.
crimes.
That's already been accounted for.
Yep.
Oh, we didn't find any more though.
A zombie gunked up chain shirt.
That only lasts a few seconds before it's a clean chain shirt.
Yes. A zombie gunked up a second one of those. And yeah.
Okay.
So nothing particularly special, just
Yeah,
equipment.
basically just their equipment and their food, and of course there's other supplies if you want to take any, like, torches or 10-foot poles or.
Did they bring any candy?
No, I'm afraid not. But they did have a couple of pounds of cheese.
We'll add it to the cheese ledger.
Yes.
No, we refilled the cheese ledger.
The cheese ledger is overflowing.
Yes, everybody eat some cheese. Do we know that we're in this hex?
Due to the fact that you mapped every hex that you could have ended up in, except for that one, yes.
So, we have 2 real approaches tomorrow we should consider. Option A is we beeline for the ancient battlefield and resume our journey, mindful of the fact that we have a limited amount of supplies. Option B is we make hay and we come to this thing that we've been systematically avoiding this entire time and map it.
I do really want to see what the giant mushroom is about.
Yeah.
Maybe it's friendly.
I believe that would be the first time that's happened without us, like, having to do something for it.
Well, there's also some advantage to it, because if things go badly with Grandfather Rot, or at the Lost Monastery, and we need to get quickly back to Clink, Grandfather Rot to this mushroom is a nice jump. Saves us a fair amount of travel that we currently go around.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay.
No, we just do need to go. Do we do still need to go kill the total of bastards on board?
This is on the way. I'm sure nothing at this mushroom will happen that will prevent us from completing our journey, Shifty Eyes.
And then Kildrak dies of sickness.
Kildrak, you maybe got the sickness. You need to give me a con save.
Oh, what the?
Oh boy.
Okay, let's see. You have disease 4. What is disease 4?
sure it'll be fun.
Oh.
Full body
not.
rot.
Alright. So, the next day, when you wake up, Kildrak, you feel all, like, sore and puffy and not good at all. And everyone else, you take one look at Kildrak in the morning, and oh god, he's like all swollen up, like he had some sort of allergic reaction. He's suffering horrid swelling all over his face and body, and everything's bad. And Kildrak, you have -2 to dexterity until you are cured. And
Fun.
and oh, it's terrible. You also have, like, if you need to persuade anyone, they're grossed out.
Ixa does have full lay hands, so she can fix it if you need it.
I think it would be appreciated. I'm sure that Kildrak is not comfortable at all right now.
No, everything's achy, and your clothes, like, rub against it's bad.
And I mean, as much as he's a dwarf and all of that, he's also a bard, and he's not amongst dwarves, so fuck it.
Yeah, it's probably pretty obvious he's sick as opposed to the other times people have gotten sick and not asked for help.
Oh yeah, this is like everyone like, oh god!
Yeah, so without delay, she would cure that.
It's 5 points from your lay of hands to cure a disease.
Yeah, she should have. Yeah, she's got all 20 points. So. Down to 15.
Alright. So Ixa comes up and she touches you, and there's a soothing feeling that spreads out through your body, Kildrak, and the swelling just all goes down, and in a few seconds, you feel back to normal.
Oh, thank you.
Kildrak, it's
That
welcome.
was awful.
Ixa,
Yeah, you looked pretty awful.
That's one I would be fine never seeing again.
But as you're sitting here, deciding what to do, the rain is coming down much harder than it has been. Sound of thunder echoes through the swamp.
Okay, so with that in mind, maybe we continue to dither around and map this hex before we go. We are here. We'll have to map this hex before we can leave the swamp. And traveling in this usually disadvantage, if I recall.
Yeah, it's disadvantage for all. It's also for all perception checks for seeing or hearing. Yeah, basically, because you just can't see very far.
I would rather get ambushed than accidentally into the corpse pile.
That makes sense. But I will leave it to your allies to determine.
So, what do the rest of you think?
I think that's fair enough. It is a good point. I mean, there's less chance of us wandering off into something super dangerous. I mean, we
Yeah,
might still
I
get
agree.
ambushed by something super dangerous, but not the corpse pile, presumably, so. Although just being near it still does make it more likely that we, like, run into other undead, if I remember right, so.
Oh, actually, before I did that, I should have rolled its
Oh,
movement.
never mind. The GM had forgot. Oh, never. Okay. I thought you were saying you didn't update the encounter tables, or.
4. No, but the corpse pile moved while you were sleeping. But it's still within 1 hex of you, so it doesn't actually make a difference. But it's now moved south of you.
if anything, worse, because now even if we do succeed, we haven't alleviated the danger.
Mm.
So, no objections to mapping?
Oh no, no objections for me at least.
Yeah,
We
seems
can do that.
Let's
Okay.
get those supplies coming in then.
Yep. So somebody make a foraging roll, and then front boat people, Silas and Bort. It looks like now. Did our boats get changed around?
I think they did, but I mean, we can do this. It's fine.
Okay. Actually, I think I was using an older version on the other map, and you had actually changed this at the end of the last session. Oops. Okay, so somebody give me your foraging roll, and Silas and Bort give me perception rolls with disadvantage.
Should Ixa do
Ixa
foraging?
is usually on rain foraging, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1d6 plus wisdom mod food.
Yes.
When does your proficiency bonus go up? Is that at 5? From 2, I mean.
I don't know.
8 food.
I would guess 5, but I don't actually know.
It
What's going
is.
on?
It's 5, 9, 13, and 17.
Ah, cool.
Okay, so what was the... Bort, I needed your perception.
We used an optional rule in one of the 5th edition games I ran a long time ago, where the proficiency bonus was like a die that had an average of whatever it should be, like a 1d4 at the start, and then it goes up to a d6 or a d8.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought it was fun.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So, since Bort's not rolling his perception, I'll have to go with the 1 that Silas rolled.
No! Can Creator do it? Or...
I suppose.
I mean, we can always here. Let's just move the. Oh, wrong thing. Let's just move me back over there,
Okay.
and I'll roll perception.
Alright. Alright, 13. That's better.
I'm just sitting on top of.
No, that's a terrible figure. I need ones that will stand out. That doesn't work at all. Where are the ones I was using? There they are. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, due to Kildrak's successful perception roll, you are not caught by surprise, as you are ambushed by a small army of skeletons.
Is it a skeleton?
There's 9 of them.
Where were you when we needed you for perception?
I
Skeletons,
had a
2,000
pizza in the
skeleton.
oven that I had to grab.
Watch out, that croc's still in the bottom left.
It's the swamp. There's always got to be a croc within a few hundred feet.
It's like
Okay, this time I'm gonna have to consider whether to use one of my rages. Oh, no, I got the opposite.
Cool. I got 4 last time. Now it's moved on to you.
Why did you give me this curse?
Alright.
It's the only way to get rid of it. To give it to a friend.
But if you give it to them, then they're not your friend anymore.
And now he has to make the same sacrifice.
Mm.
No, I'll just bear it. I'll be a martyr.
Alright. So, Vilsticker, you have the initiative. There are skeleton archers to the south, and skeleton warriors slimy skeletal warriors rising from the swamp water in front.
Oh no!
And the heavy rain is falling.
Alright, well... Fairy fire.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Very far on what?
I'm currently planning to do those 3 skeleton archers that I can hit at the same time, because that's what I'm going to be shooting at.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
If somebody immediately demands I do it somewhere else, though.
Alright.
Oh, wait. Oh. Huh.
Alright, I'm gonna roll for their dex saves from left to right.
I had not realized just how surrounded we were.
Yep. One of them has been fairy fired.
By the way, we're not surrounded.
Yeah, no, I only saw the ones in front, and I'm like, oh, well, that's not bad. That's a very small army, but no.
Yeah. Bort.
Bart's gonna move up near the front of the canoe. And then he's gonna wait with his maul at the ready. Just smack a bitch.
Alright. Skeletons. Skeleton runs in. Skeleton's about to get smacked.
It's clobbering time.
Mm-hmm.
15 hit.
Yep.
Thank God. 12 bludgeoning.
They're vulnerable to bludgeoning, so he did. You just you swat that skeleton, and bones go flying across the swamp.
That's what you get for being a skeleton.
All right. 2 of them rush in and attack at Silas. I think one of those hits. +2. Silas gets stabbed by a rusty A rusty short sword for 5 damage.
Oh no.
Two of them rush in and attack Kildrak. Ineffectually.
Yay.
At least Ward's attack was good though.
The archers open fire. 2 shoot at Ixa.
At this point, I might as well get favorite enemy skeletons.
Both hit Ixa.
Yes, absolutely.
For 7 and 8 damage, respectively.
Okay.
The 2 on the right shoot at Philsticker because he just threw magic at them.
Oh no!
I guess a 9 misses and a 22 hits. So Philsticker takes 5 damage.
Fuck.
Lucas, you find
this
yours. Yes.
So this is fairy fire, right?
Yeah, it only
It
affected
only-
one of them though. This one here.
Well, I should take advantage of that. This will conjure a firebolt and flick it at him with his walking stick.
Very good. 25 hits. All right. Hit, but not disabled. Kildrak.
I am going. The fact that they went before me ruined my plan. So instead, I'm going to do a slashing flourish.
Okay.
I mean, in theory, right? If I hit.
Right.
So I'll swing initially at the one here.
Okay.
That hits.
That's a crit.
Yeah. Okay. So you can expend 1 plus damage to deal extra damage. That's probably not going to be necessary.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still going to do it so that I can hit the second one.
Okay.
So I'll roll this damage, and then I do.
That's enough to kill the
1d6.
first one, yeah.
Yeah. So it should be a d6, I think. Okay, cool. So the second one takes 1 damage.
Okay, so you kill one and deal 1 damage to the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got how many hit points now? Okay.
Kind of a waste, but yeah.
You know, it's some damn. How many times have we left enemies with 1 hit point? You know, 1 point can make. There's a huge realm of possibility between 1 and 0 hit points.
Oh, definitely. I'm just grousing about using the Bardic Inspiration for 1 damage.
Yeah, that's true. Ixa.
Does getting into melee have any effect in 5th edition on ranged attacks?
Yes, if they are currently in melee, they will have disadvantage on ranged attacks.
Okay. In that case, Ixa would prefer to hear, so those 2 next to her would now have disadvantage to attack her
Mm-hmm.
with the bows. Okay. So she will do that, and she will attack the one on the right with her sword.
Okay, that one has fairy fire, so advantage.
Okay, for sure that's a hit.
Yes.
7 damage.
And you finish it off. That archer goes down in a pile of glowing bones. Silas?
Yes.
Bunch of skeletons.
Yeah, there are. There are. Yep. So, first off, gonna rage.
Okay.
Right, did that. And now... Gonna attack the this one here in the middle of the group.
Okay.
Taking his pike and swinging down at it from up in the canoe, which is probably dangerously tipping now.
Mm-hmm. I'm several sessions too late for for insisting on balanced canoes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I was just trying to get my thing to load. Oh,
Okay.
cool. That's definitely a hit, but not a crit.
Yep. So
That's
you
6 and then 2 more, I think.
Okay, right, 2 more. Okay, you hit, but it's got a few more hit points than that.
Yeah. Just crack some bones.
You bring it down, you crack its skull a bit, but it's still standing. Lucas.
All right. Lucas will
Sorry,
switch back to his.
not Lucas. Philsticker.
All right, I thought so, but
Philsticker.
Oh. Alright, so, Fairy Fire's over with. So... I switched to Hexing, no longer concentrating on Fairy.
Okay.
It needs like a Warlock setting so that every time I click on a spell, I don't have to, change focus off my character sheet to tell it, yes, the maximum level. The only level I can cast at, please.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Philsticker will hex that middle archer that Ixa is not currently rubbing up against.
Okay.
Strength!
Okay.
Eldritch Blast.
Okay. You miss.
Need more zombies.
Unfortunately, skeletons are much faster than zombies. They don't have all that worthless flesh slowing them down.
Indeed.
Okay, Bort.
Alright. I'm gonna do the awful thing and get out of the boat for a minute so I can maul more zombie.
Okay.
Or skeleton.
Yep.
Fuck.
Well, nines aren't gonna cut it, I'm afraid. But one of the skeletons changes target to attack Bort.
That's good.
The other one attacks Silas. Does that hit Silas?
It does have an 16 AC,
And you take another 5 damage from another cut.
and that's halved.
Yes, that's then halved because you're raging.
So -2.
And Kildrak, you get attacked, but they miss. The archer that Philsticker just shot at shoots back at Philsticker. Does a 12 hit Philsticker?
Well, my armor class is a 12.
Then yes.
No!
You take another 7 damage. The southernmost archer is going to shoot at Lucas. He's throwing fire around. Fire's scary. It doesn't matter. And the last one, I guess, attacks Ixa with disadvantage. And misses.
okay. Lucas will switch to his crossbow because fire is not actually scary, and return fire at that skeleton.
Okay. Uh, 13 hits.
All right, you can take 4 damage.
All right. He is wounded, but stands. Kildrak.
gonna smack that skeleton.
Smack him good. You do.
I do. It's 11.
All right. He has 1 hit point remaining.
Oh, Jesus. The game is mocking me. I hate you too, Dice.
Ixa.
Okay, gonna attack the other skeleton next to her.
Okay. No.
Pretty sure that's a miss.
Yeah, 6 isn't gonna do it. Silas.
I'll make a reckless attack at the same one that Bort is attacking.
Okay.
And good thing I did.
Is that 4 before or after your +2 from raging?
Before.
Okay. Because I was
It doesn't add it in, I don't think.
Good, because I was going to say, you left it with 1 hit point, but you actually left it with -1 hit point. So.
Oh wow, good.
So it's a good thing that your rage carried through. Would you like to narrate that for us?
Yeah. I think in this case, to go with the idea of it as less of a wild frenzy and more of a serene rage, as much sense as that makes. More of a martial trance is how I think of it usually. I think it's less reckless and more like he's just in a very bad position, leaning out of the canoe, which he's at the very tip of, in order to get as close as possible before he hits the thing. And smashes, I guess its sternum, causing its chest to just collapse.
Yep. And there you go. That's Silas. So, Phil Sticker.
Okay. Shoot. Eldritch blasted that asshole. I couldn't hit.
Okay. Do it.
12 hits, right? 12 must, totally.
No, they have a 13 AC. Bort.
Alright. I guess I will move forward and maul this one. Hopefully
Okay.
I'll actually hit. Damn it.
Nope. Alright. So, that one in the water is going to, punish Silas's, reckless attack by attacking him with advantage. I assume a 20 hits.
Yeah. So this time it didn't really matter.
Yeah. But, you take another, it rolled 5 damage.
So I'm down to 30 now.
Skeleton Warrior with 1 hit point attacks Kildrak. And he crits.
Cool.
11 damage.
Jesus.
Lucas, you and your archer continue your arrow duel, and it crits. Lucas takes 10 damage. Phil Sticker, your foe shoots at you.
Thank God.
And it misses.
Wowee.
And Ixa, your opponent shatters its teeth and throws its bow down and it tries to attack you with its bony hands. Does a 14 hit?
Nope. 16 AC.
All right. That is the skeletons. Lucas.
Ow! Lucas will raise his crossbow and return fire after making a pained sound.
Hmm. Hit. You crack a few more bones, but it's still got some life left in it.
So many bones.
Grits his teeth at it.
On a scale of 1 to 13, it's got 4 bones left. And it's Kildrak.
Their wisdom is probably pretty bad.
That is true. Probably true.
Yeah. Take a gamble on that, I guess.
Alright.
Your hits tickle. Yeah, that hits.
You'd say this to the skeleton, and it just like stops in mid motion, and all of it collapses into the water. Sploosh.
If D&D had achievements, I would have just gotten one. That's the first time I've managed to actually kill something with that.
Yes. Vicious Mockery achievement unlocked. Ixa. Unless you want to move, Kildrak, since you can do so without triggering attacks of opportunity now.
Let me check real quick. Yeah, I actually want to move to the other end of the boat.
Okay.
Oh, no, not in the water.
You can be there.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, that puts me close enough to throw shit at those. Or jump, or whatever.
Okay.
Okay. And Ixa will continue to attack Dutson with her sword.
That's a hit.
And 9 damage.
Okay. That one's not been hit yet. So, yeah, you pretty severely damage it, but it remains alive.
Curses.
Silas?
Mm-hmm.
It's your turn.
Alright, sorry. Yeah, despite hearing people crying out in pain and the sounds of combat, Silas is gonna focus on finishing off this last skeleton, swinging his pike down at it.
Recklessly?
Yeah, I might as well.
Alright.
Come on, roll 20.
Internet giving you issues?
Not even internet so much as, I think, just browser issues.
Hmm. Is it gonna work?
Yeah, just a second. I'll get it.
Well, that's a miss. 9 misses. So we're back to Phil Sticker.
Okay. I hope I hit. Oh boy!
You crit, in fact.
It's an underwhelming crit.
Yes, it is.
10 damage.
All right. So that skeleton has been hit for the first time. So you took away most of its hit points, but you didn't kill it.
Cox.
As you swamp into where its guts would be, and mushrooms grow all up along its spine.
But they just don't push its vertebra apart like I wanted.
Right. Bort.
All right. Gonna fucking
Murder a skeleton.
murder a skeleton. Not gonna murder a skeleton.
Nope. Okay. Skeleton's turns. Bort has continuously missed it, and Silas is leaving himself open. So I've got to take the attack with advantage on Silas. Don't make a difference, but I had to try. Philsticker, your skeleton shoots at you again. Oh no! He hits.
Oh god, I'm dying.
3 more damage.
I have a finite number of those.
Yeah, I haven't killed Rex in the way of this one now. It changes targets to Kildrak.
That hits.
For 3 damage. And the bony fingers go for Ix's throat. Ineffectually. Lucas.
Alright, well, blocked or not, Lucas is going to fire at it again.
Okay.
Well, loose at it again.
Yeah.
And miss.
That's a miss. Bort. No, it's because Philsticker is glowing. Why is Philsticker, like, green? My eyes keep going to him. Kildrak.
Yeah.
How far am I from 20, 15, 20? That's... What's wrong with this one?
It's been hexed by Philsticker, so Philsticker does extra damage to it.
Okay.
This one down here's the one that just shot at you and was shooting at Lucas.
I'm gonna move to this hex
To that one?
here,
Okay. That's a very good move.
and I'm going to smash the one to the south, or try to at least.
Okay.
Let's see.
You do?
And I'm gonna do slashing flourish as well.
Okay.
So 8, and then +3, and then 3 to the one that is hexed.
Okay. So the bonus damage for the slashing flourish applies to both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So guess what? You did enough damage to kill both of them.
Oh, okay.
So
To be clear, only the bonus damage applies to the second.
yes. But the second one only had 3 hit points left
Okay,
because
well,
Philsticker just hit it.
kill stealing.
Yes. So if you want to so please go ahead and describe what this looks like.
Kildrak just lunges off of the boat and rushes down to the south, yelling the whole way. Just fucking takes this massive baseball bat style spinning swing, decapitates the one in front of him, and just sort of like clips the second, but the second just kind of crumbles when he does. And then he's sort of left facing back towards Philsticker and just kind of laughs at him.
Don't laugh! Don't laugh!
I love it. Alright, Ixa. Can you finish off yours?
I hope so. We'll see.
No. No,
Let's
you
miss.
need a 13, Ixa. You need a 13. Silas. Can somebody finally hit that skeleton?
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna attack recklessly to do it.
Well, you finally hit him. Wounding him. Vilsticker, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I transfer the Hex onto that one that Ixa's fighting so that I can steal Ixa's kill.
Good.
Does a 17 hit him?
Yes.
Oh, wow. But it isn't even a crit. Alright, 14 damage on the stupid skeleton.
It explodes in a pile of necrotic mushrooms.
He ends in a spin facing Ixa and he laughs at her.
As long as it's dead, she doesn't care.
Don't laugh back!
Bort, it's your turn.
Oh,
Please end this skeleton.
boy. End this skeletal madness. Yay!
You do. You do. Bort comes in and brings down the maul and turns that skeleton into so much bone dust. The skeletons are slain. The swamp returns to its normal swampy, not silence at all, but normal swamp sounds. And everything is, well, not peaceful, you understand, but swampy.
Alright. Well, Lucas will immediately drink one of his own potions.
Very good.
Who
Yeah, but
needs another one?
I got hurt.
Alright. You can
I
have...
bet- Okay.
Ixa
I'll make more overnight, but I've only
Sure.
got one more for now.
Yeah, sure.
You should get the one for now.
Restore, but let him.
Phil Sticker, did you say?
Oh, I don't expect to get attacked again, so give it to Ixa.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
We
Bye-bye.
don't know that we won't get attacked again. Give it to
Phil Sticker has the lowest total number of hit points, I think, at the moment. So this makes sense to me. I have 7.
So,
Okay.
you give it to Phil Sticker.
Yeah. But you'll get one while we make camp.
I could spend a hit die as well. I've got 3 left.
Might want to. Maybe just the one, though. But I still have to roll to map first. Am I clear to be doing that?
Yes, you are clear to proceed with cartography.
Alright. Lucas is determined to map this hex.
You do.
Alright.
Excellent. I am adding the mapped token to the map. It is done. You have mapped this hex.
I will spend some spell slots. To rebuild my potions and get a spare for Ixa, and then I'll feed one to Kildrak, and I'll still be down a potion. So each of you two is going to get a potion, and I'll need to make another greater potion tomorrow night.
Cool.
So you
How much
begin.
did the potions heal?
This much for Kildrak, this much
Sweet.
for Ixa. If Silas would like one of the small ones, he can. But
That's
otherwise,
That might
I
be
think-
nice.
Alright.
And it seems the swamp is merciful to you today. No infections.
Alright, thank you. Almost back up to full again.
Alright. And in the morning, I will have recovered a little bit of spell, but I'm out of all but one potion. Lucas really feels like an alchemist this trip.
Mm.
Not a lot of spells, but potions, he brought a few.
So, after having you done your mapping and while you're setting camp, during the middle of the night, during Lucas's watch, I need Lucas to make a perception check.
Alright, let's see how this goes. Perception.
Fortunately, it was an opposed test, and they rolled a 2. So,
Okay.
so while you're on watch, and you had disadvantage for that because of the rain, by the way. So, yeah, not that it mattered. The 7 still applied. He hears the sound of a branch breaking on a nearby tree just outside the firelight. Something larger than a trivially small animal is moving.
Hello? This will call out, picking up a pebble from the ground. You'll begin to cast light on it.
There's no response, and as he illuminates the area, he notices nothing unusual except for that one broken branch.
You'll toss the light over to where the branch broke.
Roll a d20. The stone flies through the area and lands against the ground in the mud and the undergrowth, and it's lighting up the area. And he doesn't see anything. There's no sign of anything over there.
He'll grab something shiny and do a quick reflection check. That's come up before.
Looking with the reflection, he doesn't see anything. It doesn't seem to be one of those invisible stalkers. Or if it is, it's hidden behind a tree now.
Well, whoever you are, we're quite friendly. I'm certain that whatever you're after, you'd be best to step forward and say hello.
Unless you're after our blood. We might be a little recalcitrant about giving that up.
Give me another perception check.
Right? No.
No. There's no, nothing happens.
Well, Lucas will wander over and have a little look at that branch.
It's at about the height for a medium-sized humanoid to have put their hand on to rest, and then accidentally snapped it.
He'll check the tree.
The tree appears to be a tree. There's no unusual markings on it.
He'll pick up the broken branch, cast light on it, and throw it up into the tree branches.
Other than startling some birds that might be up there, nothing out of the unusual happens or is revealed.
He'll inform the others that something broke a branch.
When he comes back, sitting on a tree stump behind where he was when he was looking out, there is a potion vial with a pink elixir inside of it, and a note written on vellum.
He'll unfold the note and give it a look. Is Bort actually awake, by the way, or was that line like non-canon?
Non-canon. I was just joking.
All right, then he'll at least been talking a bit. I'm sure people have heard him, but he'll sort of like knock his staff against something metallic, or his walking stick against something metallic a couple of times to make a few noises and say, "Leave a visitor, everyone." And then he'll open the note.
The note, it's just like on a little scrap of vellum, and it says, "A gift for Kildrak's lady love."
Kildrak, you have a parcel.
For, not from.
That's
For, not from.
strange. I mean, after the spluttering of waking up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll take a look at it then. Perhaps in the morning, if you don't mind. Well, it's still my watch.
Is there anything like
Though
what
it
is
might
the
be best to wait.
yeah? I mean, like the package itself, is it big or is it small?
It's
Potion.
no package, just a glass vial with a stopper filled with some mysterious pink liquid.
Okay. Yeah. We can take a look at that in the morning. Yeah.
All right.
Kildrak doesn't know enough about. I mean, I guess he's bardic, so he could potentially know, but
Well, Lucas can cast a ritual to know, but if I start doing...
you'll
Well, I guess I've
interrupt
already
with
cast some spells. I've probably already ruined my night's rest. Lucas will just have a look now.
Oh, okay.
Get out his pearl and sort of hold it up to his eye and hold the potion up to the other eye and sort of go cross-eyed at them to try to figure out what this thing is for 30 minutes.
Okay. He discovers that it is a it's a love potion. Were someone to drink this, they would be charmed by the first person they see for 24 hours. And after the charm wore off, as long as they were not treated badly by that person during that time, positive feelings would remain.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, Lucas is just going to say, whoever this is, this was a very inappropriate gift. Would you like to step out and say something? Otherwise, I may have to pour this out.
There is, of course, no response.
Lucas will, of course, pour it out.
Yeah.
Wolfenberg has laws about this sort of thing.
It does. All right. And the potion gets poured out.
That's unfortunate. We could have sold that for a lot of money.
Something
Who
like
in
that is too
Clank do you
dangerous.
want to sell that to?
Anyone who has enough money.
Who in Clank do you want to sell that to?
I wonder what that might do if mixed into a large batch of Jason's brew. I'm not saying we do this. I just wonder.
Nothing good would come of that.
Oh wait, arcane recovery is only an hour. Let's look at that before morning.
Now, the fact that it's only an hour should be read as per short rest. Because
so-
normally a short rest is an hour.
But you're not going to give it to me in this case. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Basically anything that says, like, in an hour, I'm reading that as per short rest. Yeah. But okay.
Yeah.
After the creepiness of your nighttime visitor is dealt with, the rest of the night passes peacefully, if uncomfortably. And yeah. So morning comes, and the storm finally passes, and the normal sounds of the swamp return.
All right.
Where to from here?
To the giant mushroom that we don't know is there, but are acting as though we do anyway.
Very good.
Lucas will forage as the sun is out.
Okay.
And Silas, you're on navigation.
Alright, cool.
No food today.
Yes, so, but I can navigate, hopefully.
I hope you do.
Yeah, so do I, because otherwise... Here, I just rolled in the Discord because Roll20 was taking too long.
Okay. So you got a 15.
Mhm.
Good. That's what we needed. It's alright. You head into the strange hex that you were somehow drawn to, despite having no reason to be drawn to, because I shouldn't have put the giant mushroom icon on the lair where you could see it. But I did 30 sessions ago. So,
Oh, I
In
thought
your
it just
defense-
towered above the trees.
We would never have come here if you hadn't.
this is also true. So, as you were traveling about, as you approach, here in the middle of this hex, you find a large tree, perhaps the largest tree you've seen in the swamp. And it's dead. Looks like it's been dead for a long time. And
I guess we're too late.
and growing out of it are all of these huge versions of the edible mushrooms that you have found throughout the swamp. These are just like enormous versions of them growing from this tree, and there's a whole bunch of them all around.
Wowee. I don't think we'll have much trouble foraging.
Assuming they're normally edible. Like, edible as they normally would be.
One of us is gonna have to be the one to test that.
They look delicious, though.
I guess Bort will. He's the ultimate adventurous.
So, all right, Bort, your boat goes up to the side of the tree. One of those great mushrooms is in front of you. What do you do?
I will very carefully reach for it.
Okay. Your hand is now touching one of the giant mushrooms.
Alright, cool.
Are you going to pick it? Or take a chunk out of it?
I will take a decent-sized piece out of it.
Okay. As you use a knife or something and you cut off a piece of the top of the mushroom, you find that there is an unusual hollow space inside of it. And four glowing white spirits come out of the top of the mushroom, and they are flying around you and squeaking angrily at you in Sylvan.
Does anyone here know Sylvan?
Yes.
Philsticker does, and Philsticker, they are yelling at Bort for destroying their house, and are threatening to go and bring nasty creatures upon him unless he fixes it right now.
Well, they're demanding that you repair their mushroom.
Right. Well,
Quick,
I will.
have some wood.
I'll see what I can do. Here, give me what's left of that.
All right. I will make a plaintive gesture to the things and attempt to hand the mushroom over so that it may be fixed.
Okay, so press it back into place, and he will try to mend it.
Okay.
Just they get inside the mushroom so they're not sealed out of it.
They can get in through the underside of the mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're hollowed out mushroom houses. Yes. So you mend it, and Philsticker, you detect that they are somewhat calmed by this, but they're still very angry at Bort because Bort has damaged their home in the first place. Now might be a good time for you to step in with some some words of words that they understand.
Probably. Filster will get up there near them and he tries to explain. I'm sorry, we did not know. They look like food. We know we should not touch any of these mushrooms now. They are homes. We're sorry.
Ask them if they have any open real estate.
He thinks your home is beautiful. He would like to know if there are any open mushrooms nearby. You know, for when he gets old and becomes small. Ha ha!
Go ahead and give me a persuasion roll there, Filsticker. All right. So the spirits kind of fly around, they fly around and Filsticker, and they fly around Bort, and they seem to humph, but then they return to inside of their mushroom houses. One of them comes back out and says to Filsticker that all the mushrooms on this tree are homes. Do not touch them. And it goes back inside of its mushroom.
We're very sorry. They said all the mushrooms have little spirits in them. And there aren't any available for rent.
Oh well,
Unfortunate.
Can you ask it if there's any way I could anything we can do for them to make up for our transgression?
Is it still out where I can talk to it?
It went back inside, but
Alright. Is there anything we could do for you in apology for his bad behavior? He's a child, you see. He has to learn. I think they're letting
you can
us
go.
anyway.
Yeah,
They can do shit now.
Yeah, it comes back out and it says you should go away and never come back here.
Okay, but why? What is this place? Besides your home.
These are our homes. What else would it be? We're the spirits of these are our mushroom houses.
Oh, of course. Well, no, I've never heard of you people before, so you spirits.
This is the oldest tree in the swamp.
That looks like it
was the oldest tree in the swamp.
Yes. Yes. What about the second oldest tree? Well, the current oldest tree.
They don't know.
Shouldn't you hunt it down?
How come?
Well, this one's dead. It's gonna fall down eventually. You're in a swamp after all.
It grows very good mushrooms. Why would we go anywhere else?
Well, you see, this tree's dead. It's rotting away. It's covered in mushrooms. It's gonna collapse eventually. And then it's going to destroy all of your houses.
But it's covered in mushrooms.
Right now it is.
Right.
But it won't always be covered in mushrooms. That's just the natural progression of things. You know, the cycle of seasons, birth, death, etc.
Then we'll go somewhere else.
I love that shit. What?
Then we'll go somewhere else when that time comes, but for now,
And when
we
you
are
do,
here.
you should know about the second tree.
Hmm.
Clearly.
Well,
You
do
need
you
a
know
plan.
where the second tree is?
No, I'll ask Bort to find it.
Well, if Bort finds it, then we want to know.
Okay. Bort, they said they need you to find the oldest living tree in the swamp. No hurry.
Not to worry about that. We'll have a record of every tree in the swamp soon enough.
Have we found any really old trees already?
Not especially, no.
I didn't like talking to the spirit. They don't seem to know anything except that this is the oldest tree and it's got mushrooms.
Could you ask them if we could make camp here tonight so that we could make a map of the surrounding area?
No, they begged me to go away. They just kept saying, go away, just go away.
Well, fair enough. We can camp somewhere nearby.
Yeah,
Complete our map.
I think that's a
Without-
better idea.
Okay. So you camp nearby. Miasma roll. Gildrack, the dice have chosen you.
Man, they are really out for me. Oh, Jesus.
Okay. So, yeah. Morning
Solrat?
morning comes. No. Not that bad, but pretty bad. Morning comes, and you feel kind of like you did before with the horde swelling.
Mhm.
But like worse and much more painful. And you come out and of your tent and into the light, and you look, and you're covered with weeping sores.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, you have a -1 to all rolls and your AC from distracting pain.
Jesus.
Anyone with proficiency in medicine can immediately tell you that you are contagious and will force a save versus disease on anyone who touches you.
Okay,
Well, you're turbo fucked.
I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna mess with this.
That seems like a really solid plan.
I'm just jumping straight to that.
All right. So, yes, you cast the magic, and the sores close, and the swelling dies down, and by the end of your dwarven rendition of One by Metallica, your disease is gone.
You need to take better care of yourself, Gildrack.
He just like I don't know, knocks Phil Sticker over and wanders off to find some water to wash whatever horrible taste out of his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, he touched me.
Fortunately, he cast the healing spell first, so he killed all the bacteriums. But you were right to be afraid.
I have to recalculate my AC because my sheet broke it again. Okay. Scale mail. I mean, I'll take care of this.
Okay.
So, in the meantime, let's get to mapping. I believe that that puts Silas on supply gathering. Please don't eat any houses.
Yep. So yeah, go ahead and
What was the weather?
clear.
Oh, okay, cool. Then it seems like I will be doing the navigation.
Mm-hmm. Silas, Bort, give me some perception rolls.
Oh boy.
Well, that's a 12.
14.
All right, Bort. While you're out mapping, you happen to spot some a trio of zombies on an island.
Oh boy.
Um, they're they haven't spotted you yet. What do you do?
Alright, well, I'll tell everyone else and be like, you want to kill some zombies or you want to just avoid them?
Silas looks up from picking mushrooms that he believes are too small to credibly be fairy houses, and says we can deal like with these ones like we did the last.
Do they look like they have anything?
These are old corpses. They're waterlogged and not wearing anything noteworthy. These are not a lost adventuring party.
I don't think it's worth it.
Well, another lost adventuring party could mean more clues about what's been going on in the swamp. The last one didn't just have weapons and a holy symbol. It informed us that there were the bones of a saint that would be prized by people in the Empire.
Yeah, I thought they said they didn't look like a lost adventuring party.
Then I misheard.
Yeah, sorry. These look like old bodies, just like part of the corpse pile that fell off.
Yeah, let's just give them a wide berth then. Well, maybe we should still burn them. They're probably going to get up and attack us when we get close, but is that a reason to leave them laying around?
I'm hearing some disagreement about what we're doing. So,
I suppose I am short on potions. Let's just carry on and finish the map.
okay.
All right, I'm okay with that.
All right. So it's their like awareness is pretty limited, so it's pretty easy for you to back up and go around, and just avoid that little portion of the hex as you go about your mapping. And give me a cartography roll.
All right, Lucas is determined to map this hex.
Very good. Good thing that you are. You succeed.
Fantastic. We now have the capacity to avoid passing by Mama's house and awkwardly refusing to have tea with her.
Yes. Yeah. So you finish mapping. Lucas needs to make a con save for infection as you take your short rest for the night.
All right.
Wow.
Okay, I need to roll a d12 for the disease table. So Lucas, you're going to wake up in the morning with the horde swelling disease.
Extra. I'm
He's
going
just
to need
wandering
some
in.
magic.
She frowns, nods, and touches you. Gildrak.
Thank you.
Lucas is welcome. And I'm half out of way hands now.
You definitely need to be saving that for diseases, though. This is the appropriate
Well,
use.
I've also got 2 more uses of Lesser Restoration.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, save them. We've got a pretty long expedition planned out here.
I mean, I'm not in a hurry to use them, but if we get other serious disease...
Although we have good abort options, like if we get to Grandfather Rot and we decide that's enough for now, we can easily jump 3 days to Clink and 3 days back to Grandfather Rot. He's a pretty good milestone for us.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming he doesn't mind us being high traffic.
Yes. Also, you can potentially take long rests at the Village of the Faceless Ones or the Viper's Tongue Village.
But they don't get us water.
That's
which
true.
is the big deal.
Yeah. That is.
Anyway, what's our schedule look like for proceeding from here?
Well, it's almost 2 a.m., so we are going to end the game, the session, like here. This is where we're gonna stop, because there'll be more encounters and stuff. So that's the session. But I would like to know what route you guys are planning on taking next time.
I think we're gonna follow the orange line. How much XP did we get for those 2 mappings?
Let's see. So you map 2 hexes, so that is 500 experience for each of you.
All right.
Not too bad.
That actually presents a couple of opportunities.
Sorry, how much XP was that?
500.
500? Okay.
So that presents us some opportunities. I would like to slightly alter the plan, if no one minds. Lucas insists we do just a teensy bit more mapping than we had initially planned. We're finally getting work done on that again. And if we map these 2 hexes and then stop in the Village of the Faceless Ones, I'll have 3rd level spells.
Oh, cool.
Which would be very handy for a variety of reasons. Though I'm mostly going to spend it on garbage that's useless in combat, but solves a lot of problems out of combat, like Lucas does.
Yeah, mapping 2 hexes should definitely be doable in a session, because that's normally about what we get, I think.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
From there, I would suggest we curve down in south to the Village of the Faceless Ones. Then we push back north, kill the Katobla Pass, and double back to the Village of the Faceless Ones again. And then head on to Grandfather Rod. But we might take a different route for that, because we don't really need to map as much of this part of the swamp doing it that way. We go down there, up to the Village of the Faceless, back up, over to the Katobla Pass, back over, back 1 more hex. Sorry, that should be orange. I'll change that over. And I recognize that this is probably difficult to read, but and then from there over here to Grandfather Rot.
Mhm.
Or we could just make a jump into Grandfather Rot because it doesn't seem like going slower helps. But is that also true when we don't have a map actually?
Hmm.
When we don't have a map,
Mhm.
is
When you
it
don't
still
when you don't have
equivalent to travel 1 hex or 2 other than the perception test?
Yes. It's actually when you go fast, the only thing that happens is that you travel 2 hexes and you have disadvantage on perception tests. When you're going in an unmapped hex, I roll on the scarier encounter table. So by going fast into unknown areas, you're more likely to be ambushed by scary monsters, as opposed to less bad monsters. Although both tables do have some unpleasantness on them. The worst things are only on the second table.
Alright, so in that case, what I would recommend is that we begin where we are. We map 1 hex, we map 2 hexes. Can you guys all see this right now?
Yep. The line with the distance, yeah.
Then we jump down into the village of the Faceless Ones.
Mm-hmm.
We come up here, bounce to the Katobla Pass,
Yeah.
then we come right back. Then we can choose, I guess, if we want to go into a mapped hex or map another hex, but we'll probably want to go into a map hex at that point. And then through into Grandfather Rot to get back on schedule. Unless you guys really want to stop at the shrine, but...
No, but the only thing I could see changing this is that I expect there's a fair chance we might need to go back to the Village of the Faceless Ones after the Katobla Pass to rest everything.
Right, in which case...
Because it might kill half of us. Because they're supposed to be kind of scary.
That's a fairly easy detour to make.
Yeah. Yeah, so that works for me. That's a good plan for the next couple of sessions.
Okay. That sounds good to me, then.
Alright, I will make a conscious effort to force myself to take Fireball. Alright, I will catch you all later then. Thank you very much for running. Pleasant as always.
Thank you.
Look forward
Back
to
it later.
whatever the next thing we do is
Yes.
over the next several days. Anyway, ciao.
Bye.